excellent point lost in the discussion, that if you had strategically targeted interventions on the part of the donor community, it could change the face of development. And you know, I hate to put our USAID colleague on the spot. I know you were talking about some of the conflicts around that, working with businesses, and you talked about DCA as a targeted intervention. Is there any hope for capacity building, having very targeted capacity building that, for example, Chevron could leverage?
Who are you? Who are you? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Jerry Jensen, Initiative for Global Development.
Thelma?
Hi, I'm Thelma Askey, Senior Advisor at CSIS. I work with Dan on these issues. I was very happy, Littleton, to see that you raised so effectively the conflict between trade policy and this corporate responsibility issue on local content, because Brazil may have a great model with respect to local content mandates and regulatory regimes, but it's kind of a historical instinct of Brazil that has offered conflict in the WTO with respect to the points that Littleton made, and national responsibilities to implement national treatment on content. And of course, it's not a very far step to move into the developed world, where in tough economies the pressure is on to develop domestic content regimes of their own, and looking at why corporations locate abroad, having to defend the fact that you are basically creating local content abroad and getting closer to your markets abroad, rather than using local content in the developed world in the form of exports. So I wonder if perhaps a local content corporate model could be developed that would both kind of incorporate these broader policy objectives, but also serve the purpose of having firms that are not so inclined to do corporate responsibility and supply chain control to see the mechanisms for doing it. And those that are already there perhaps would have some protection if there was a model out there that they could point to that would incorporate some of these trade policy responsibilities. And just quickly also, could someone reflect on how state-run enterprises fit into this model of local content, and does it pose serious conflicts, or are they competitive also in this?